well, wanted to share some different ways we can diagram a wiki or knowledge base structure visually. Now, this is an important step in thinking through our knowledge base. We want to understand how all the pages relate to each other, where specific types of content should go. So when we're adding stuff, we don't have to guess. We can put it in the most advantageous spot. I'm going to start out with a paid tool that does have a free version called Lucidchart. Fairly widely used, great way to visually indicate and show which pages connect to each other. I'll use this example. Here we have a welcome page with an HR policies and an FAQ. There's policies that live under a parent policies page, etc. Visually demonstrating this is a great way to just look at your structure, and Lucidchart lets you do that online. Now, I'm also a huge fan of doing this on whiteboards, just drawing it out on the whiteboard. Wonderful if you can do this in person with someone, but Lucidchart brings us into the cloud so you can share work. Now, the challenge with the free version of Lucidchart is you only get so many objects on the screen, so I can only have so many pages, and I can only have so many files, so I quickly run into that limitation. Now, if I don't want to pay for Lucidchart, there's a great free thing called Draw.io, which is essentially the same thing as Lucidchart. So Lucidchart lets us put diagrams on the page. It lets us connect them with these arrows. Draw.io is going to do something very similar. I'll connect it to my Google Drive, create a brand new diagram, and they have a whole bunch of great templates. Just going to hit create, choose where to save it. And now I have a very similar page that I saw with Lucidchart. I've got some shapes on the left here I can drag out. Maybe I'll start with my top level page, and I'll have a couple pages under that. I can click on them and then use these arrows to connect the shapes. So again, visually showing how these pages all relate to each other. And then I can give them names. So this might be my welcome page. This one might be meet the team. This one might be policies. And I might have an FAQ. I could then repeat this and add more shapes and more connections to visually see what things look like. And up here on the right, I can also use the share button to share this with teammates and other folks to get their input as well. So this is a wonderful tool. Again, it's free. You can save it, download it as PDF, different formats, and use this to think through your knowledge base. So what happens if we don't have Draw.io? Maybe we don't have an internet connection. Maybe we just choose not to use it. We can also do this in a Word doc, even a notepad. So I'm going to open up a new doc. And I'm going to use Google's Docs for this. You could use Microsoft Word, your notepad on your computer, anything like that. And what I like to do is use numbers and indents to build the same structure. So starting with this example, I'll have a welcome page with 3 children. I'll start with a numbered list, so just the number 1. And I'll have my welcome page. Under that, I'll have my 3 children. So I've got meet the team. I've got my policies. And I've got my FAQ. This visually shows the same relationship between my parent, welcome, and those children, meet the team, policies, FAQ. It's just a different way of doing it in a different tool. So I could list it out this way, or I could draw it like this. For me, the exact tool doesn't matter. It's our thought process and how we choose to map it out, and then what we do with this. I could keep expanding it, maybe under policies. I have HR policies, IT, onboarding, etc. And under meet the team, I have my different teams. From here, I could share this doc for comment to other folks, or if I'm ready, I could use this to pop over to Confluence and start building this structure. So again, the exact tool doesn't matter. It could be a whiteboard, it could be a Google Doc, it could be Lucidchart or Draw.io. But making time to think through the structure and how pages relate to each other is an important step in building your knowledge base or wiki. I hope you found this useful. Please take some time to tinker around with these tools or apply your tools to this thought process of your structure, and I look forward to seeing you in another video soon.